Shalom. I want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shai, double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth, striving for the whole full elect, enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakudash, Bragathamakian wa Akwathi. I was coming back with another video, as you see here on the screen, on the theater post of the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. It came out maybe like a year ago, going on a year ago. Well, I saw the brother from LA. He made a video going into this regarding the Judas Iscariot spirit, and it's the spirit that the brother did it because last week I was doing the video, but I was hesitant for some reason not putting the video up. So I just left it alone. I still got the videos, me speaking on it, recorded on my phone, saved on my phone. I just didn't load it up because I didn't, the spirit didn't have me do it. But now I'm coming back, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying. I didn't want to be going off or anything like that, but it's true. You are gonna have people that are like this grimy individual right here. When you have somebody that's sincerely wanting to stand up for something, and they're gonna infiltrate, like the scriptures say, men crept in unawares. Wicked men have crept in, being unaware. So the scriptures give us indicators on how to identify, to pick up on individuals, just like we are to use the characteristics, the spirit to identify who Israel is. It's the same thing with dealing with individual people, man. It can be hard at times, but sometimes, it's not. You pay attention, and you'll see through it. You'll pick up on certain things, and that's just what it is. And one thing we all know about Judas Iscariot is that he was a thief. He carried the bag, and he was always concerned about the money. As far as like when the Yahweh Shai was blessed to be anointed with the oils and ointments, or to be used as his burial, he butted in saying, "Hey man, we can get a full year's wage off of these things, man." And Yahweh Shai turned around and told him, "Man, what's going on is what needs to happen. You're always going to have the poor with you, but the Son of the Most High, you're not." Okay? So we already know through the account, this man had an evil eye the whole time. He wasn't rooted. He was just probably one of those guys that just wanted to just come for the ride, and then when things were getting turned up, he was like, "Man, I don't want to go down with the rest of these guys. I need to do something to secure my future." And that's when he sold out Yahweh Shai for the 30 shekels of silver. Okay? And this man right here, this is a true account, true events. When you watch the movie, it was a damn good movie, man. This man ended up committing suicide. All right? Not this individual, the actor, but the real character, the individual that actually portrayed I forget his name, but the one that was pushing the whole Black Panther movement and everything like that. And these were true events when you watch the movie, and it's so similar to what Yahweh Shai went through, man. Okay, but you're gonna have individuals like that in the truth, because we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from doing certain things and stuff like that, and then we come in the truth, and the truth makes you clean, and you're made whole, and you're putting away. You're supposed to put away all those things that made you a wicked individual, but some keep still holding on to those bad habits. Okay, and then you got some guys that think you can do whatever you want in the truth, that there's no restriction because of the Lord being on your side, meaning that you can just do whatever you want. You can't do whatever the fuck you want in the truth. Okay? I don't know where that's coming from. I ain't heard no elder say you can do whatever you want in this truth. As long as you're maneuvering correctly. The scriptures talk about being careful about even moving in this world. You have to move carefully. You can't just do whatever you want like you're untouchable. Okay? And but yeah, look, let's go into some scriptures real quick. Here in Sirach 31. Let's see. I'll start at Sirach 31:16. Eat as it becometh a man those things which are set before thee, and devour not, lest thou be hated. You know how when you have, like, you know, we all have experienced it. You always have that guy that just wants to eat all the damn food. You know what I'm saying? That just wants to just devour it all, and you know you may leave one piece left, and you're just letting whoever wants to have it. But it's always that same guy that wants to have that last piece. He wants to dip his hand in first and dip it at the last. Okay? And that shit gets annoying. We can all agree on that. Okay? To where you just start not wanting him around. You don't even want to invite him over because that's all he wants to do. He just thinks about himself. You know, he's not being courteous. He's not being humble. Okay? And there's different characteristics that can throw up flags about an individual. It's not always just, like him falling from the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going through something. There's also other things that can play into so, because you look at Judas Iscariot. He was all the way up until the end of Yahushai's betrayal. So he walked with Yahushua for, we know that ministry was 3 years. So it had to be somewhere around that time that he was walking with him. So at that last moment, he betrayed him. He was eating with the brothers and Yahushua. He was witnessing all the miracles. He was hearing all the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But the thief cometh but to kill, and the devil cometh but to kill, steal, and destroy. And the devil can hop on any of you. Any of us, not just Adawamia. Alright. But it says, leave off first for manner's sake, and be not unsatiable, lest thou offend. Unsatiable goes back to being greedy, man. Unsatisfied. You always gotta eat. You're always wanting to eat. You always want to be the first one. You want to be the one that's gonna be seen or liked. Or you want all the females to like you and see you. Okay? That's that Judas spirit, a snake. It's a snake. It's like they have the Jezebel spirit. They have a Judas Iscariot spirit, man. That goes back to just being greedy. Okay? And if that type of individual does decide to help you or to give out a helping hand, there's always a motive behind it. There's always a separate thing. It's because he's looking to be paid back some way. It's not he's not doing it because he's wanting to help you, and just he don't let his right hand know what his left hand do, or his left hand he don't let his left hand know what his right hand's about to do. When you give something, man, you don't just do it because you have a hidden agenda. You do it because out of the goodness of your heart. You got some individuals. Well, matter of fact, I was talking to somebody I know last night, and he was telling me how he loaned this female some money to get an apartment, but that he told her, but you're gonna have to pay me back. But he told me, but I was just telling her that. But when she actually did it, I was gonna tell her to keep the money, because this girl, he can't get a hold of her. Like, she's gone. Like, he can't. Several other people are trying to get in contact with them. They can't. They're not on social media, nothing like that. And I laughed to him. I was like, man, shut up, man. You said that. You're telling me that you're not going to take the money, but you had to tell her that you wanted the money back. That's basically, you're trying to hold on to something because you gave her money, but at the same time, you don't want to be like that type of guy to just be like, well, pay me back. But if something were to come, rise up to where you do need that money, you're going to be like, hey, I need that money back. So it's like, almost like you're like, I forget how, like you're just trying to protect yourself. But really, he wants the money back. Else he wouldn't have said that. Okay? But you have individuals that they won't even say nothing about you paying them back. But by them giving you gifts, by them giving you money, by them suggesting certain things, or they have a hidden motive. It's not coming out of the sincereness of their heart, man. But like I said, verse 17, leave off first for manners' sake. So have manners, man. That Judas Iscariot, he didn't have no manners. Okay, that's why when Yahweh Shai is the one, I'm gonna be betrayed tonight, and the one that dipped his hand first with me, he's that one. Okay? It says, leave off first for manners' sake, and be not unsatiable, lest thou offend. And that's one thing, man. Like it's one thing, like I said, brother may be the first one to dip his hand. I'm like, when I'm watching it or observing certain things, I'm not like, oh, he got the spirit of Judas. No, it's a pattern of things that happen for you to identify, to come to that conclusion. There's patterns with an individual, like the brothers always said in years past. There's a pattern with certain guys like that fall out. Okay, they're constantly quitting, or they're not going out to the highways and the byways. They're making up excuses why they can't go onto the highways and the byways, why they're not putting up lessons. There's always excuses, and it's a pattern. It becomes more and more frequent. Okay. And it says, verse 18, when thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first of all. See? That's what Judas Iscariot didn't have. He didn't have that kind of, what is it called? The holy conversation, that holy conduct within him. He was all about himself. He was about just probably having a good time, laughing all the time, joking around when Yahushua was serious. The apostles, everybody was, probably waiting. They could feel the seriousness of the environment with Yahushua. But Judas had to be the one to put his hand first, because that was probably the one that was always doing it. That's why Yahushua said he's the one that dippeth his hand with mine is the one, because he was probably doing it more than once. Yahushua saw it in him. Yahushua knew man's heart. And again, it says, when thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first of all. Yeah, you're always the first one to want something. You're the first one always asking for shit, needing shit. You know what I'm saying? It says, a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. Yeah, if you're well nurtured, you're so strong, and you're so full of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and the Lord's dealing with you. You don't need much. You're satisfied. You're satisfied with little. But to be insatiable, an insatiable soul is somebody that is like morbidly greedy. Like they gotta have it all. They gotta be full in their belly when they eat food. And I'm talking spirit, like physical sense. And then just imagine, spiritually, they're lacking that holy conversation, that holy conduct within themselves. Their manners are off in the spirit. Okay? But you have to be very keen to an individual that is like a Judas Iscariot, because they can perfect their craft. They can perfect it to where you see it as being brotherly. But Yahushua, he knew it the whole time. The disciples, there's no account of disciples mentioning anything like that in the process of it up to the times of before the writings of the gospel. But we don't know. I mean, but we know that the Spirit gives discernment. But we know Yahweh Shai had that power. And it says, very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. Yeah, it means that he gets good rest. He's satisfied. You know, he's not losing sleep. You know, he's not being always attacked by dreams, and you know, he's always just, you know, he's at peace. You know, because he's stable. He's stable with himself and where he's at in this position with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. His life. You know? It says, sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early and his wits are with him, but the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man. He's never satisfied. You know? Always complaining. Wants this, wants that. The first thing he got to do when he wakes up, or he has to eat. You know, he can't eat no fruits. He can't eat no vegetables. He always has to have meat. You know, and that's what brings, you know, because food, like Elder Yashawamba always like, you know, he goes into about food having, you know, you can have demons on them too. That's why it says things have to be done in moderation. They can mess with your mood, certain things that you're watching, those certain things that you're listening, certain things that you're eating. Okay, what you're drinking, even the beer is all jacked up. You ain't supposed to be drinking that much beer, man. It's not good for the body. Okay. It says, and if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. You know what I'm saying? Just like the scriptures say, you know, basically, if you eat too much honey, it's gonna cause you to vomit. So it's the same thing with the truth. The truth, you gotta take things in moderation. Okay? Don't be all greedy and trying to be that guy. You're trying to be that guy. Okay? You're trying to be at the level of an elder or your head in your camp. Okay? The Lord gave us all gave us all gifts. Okay? And they all get measured out to different brothers, brothers differently. And that one is discernment. Okay? And like I said, and you know, brothers have always spoken about it, and I'm saying it on my behalf. I've said it. And an elder contacted me going back like 2 years, asking me if everything goes all right about the comment that I made on another individual's video. And I was like, yeah, everything's good. But I would lie to say there wasn't spies or agents. That would make me a liar if I said there wasn't, because Yahweh Shai told us there was. There was going to be. Judas Iscariot was one, handpicked by Yahweh Shai. Okay? So you have to be very careful, man. Very careful. And you have to pick up on those things. See. But yeah, that's it on there. Let's go to another one here. And Sirach, I think it's Sirach 37. Yeah, Sirach 37. This is Sirach 37 and 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. Okay, so we all have our vices. We all have certain things that we have to purge out of us, get rid of, not hold on to those vices that are contrary to the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So like I said, my son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. Okay? Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. All right. So we know, like, the scriptures is the hard parts of the scriptures is likened unto meat, the prophecies. So that's why I was saying, you have an individual that's trying to be equal to a head or equal to an elder, and you got to be watchful of that. Okay, we've seen it throughout all the years where individuals climb the ladder up real quick, and where are they at now? Where are they at? Where do they go? You know, because their mentality was that they just wanted to it was like a race to them, to where not just to make it to salvation, but to get to a certain level of knowledge. Okay, and try to be equal. And that's not the right mindset. And brothers brought it out many years ago. They bring it out all the time. Can't be forgetful of that. Okay. It says, verse 30, for excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. Right, you want to prolong your life by taking heed to these things, whether it be physically or spiritually hindering you. Okay, but you don't want to be the one that's always putting your hand into everything, or be the last one with your hand coming out of it. Okay, the scriptures say the greater they are, the more humble you are. The scripture, Yahweh Shai said, the more the humble you are, you're going to be the greatest in the kingdom. Okay? But every brother has a different spirit, you know what I'm saying? But just beware, like the brother's video, I think that's what it was entitled, beware of that Judas Iscariot spirit. Okay? And it's true. What he's saying is very true, because it was on my spirit last week. And I kept making the videos, and I just kept, not wanting to put it up for whatever reason. And really, what the reason was, because I didn't want to be going off. Okay. So now that just what's the word? That just verified with me that the spirit was wanting it to come out. So when I saw that brother bring it out, that's when, I decided to bring it out, because the spirit was wanting me to bring it out. So, yeah, man, you want to be, let me look up that word, choler. I believe it goes back to anger. Choler, yellow bile, the quality of state of being bileless. Also anger, a ready disposition to irritation. Yeah, you're easily irritated and you don't want to deal with shit. Only if it's beneficial for you. Then you want to be then you want to chop it up. Then you want to do this, do that. You want this, want that. But if it's not beneficial for you, it's irritating for you. Okay. So that's what that choler, because the flesh is governed, is in control, not the spirit. The spirit is supposed to outweigh the flesh. The spirit, if you're a spiritual man and Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be a good brother. You're gonna be a loyal brother. You're gonna be a brother that's ready to die and put himself before another brother, which a lot of individuals can't do that. The scriptures talk about that. Okay, that's the kind of mindset you have to have in this thing, man. You have to be willing to lay down your life as Yahweh Shai laid his for the flock. When it really comes down to it, if you can't even go onto the highways and the byways and do the work and present your body a living sacrifice, you're never going to be able to do it in the physical, because you're going to be afraid, scared. You're going to run like Judas did. He ran. It was a coward. And then when it all went down, what did he do? He cried. And he went to go kill himself. It was too late. You know what I'm saying? But that was his lot to go through that, to do that. But these videos are made to exhort us with urgency not to do certain things. And if we're doing certain characteristics that are of that, you have to get rid of it. You have to repent. Okay? Examine yourself whether you be in the truth. Okay? Because brothers have always said it too. Elders can verify it. Anybody can put on a garment, be on the highways and the byways. It doesn't make them an elect. Okay? So that's what choler is to be anger, is to have anger. And let's look up that word, insatiable. It's spelled different than it is on the Apocrypha. It's spelled with I-N. The Apocrypha is spelled with U-N. Insatiable, it says incapable of being satisfied. Quenchless. Yeah. You're not satisfied with a lot of things, man. You know, Judas Iscariot wanted Yahushua to already bring the kingdom, to go to war, to fight. You know, certain zealots, that's what they were wanting Yahushua to do, because that's what they believed that the Messiah, the King of Israel, was going to come and do. But that's not what he had planned. He came to bring salvation unto Israel, to call unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay? To teach, to give them an example. Okay? So that's what insatiable is, to incapable of being satisfied. Judas was unsatisfied. He wasn't well nurtured. He wasn't brought up in the spirit right. Not because Yahushua failed that, it's because it wasn't meant for him to receive it in that good soil like that. Instead, he waxed worse and worse till he murdered Yahushua. Scriptures say, if you hate thy brother, you're a murderer. No? And that it's real, man. Real quick, something keeps coming up into my mind. I wish I had my sword. I could pick it up from there real easy, but let's see. Brothers, bear with me. If I can't find it, Salakia, but it keeps popping up in my head. Basically, it's the one where, yeah, right here. Beautiful. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. Okay? So we're not above Yahushai. Just like we're not above certain elders, certain brothers. Every brother has their order and their lot. But then you have individuals that are trying to be equal to them or above them. It's okay to be equal, but not in a malicious or evil way to where it's a competition. You're trying to compete with the brother, where it becomes it's not right. Okay? It says the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. That's enough. You can't be greater than Yahushua. We can't be greater than one of the elders that are before you. You know? And if you find that mentality inside of you, then you need to repent and get right, because that's not good. Okay? It's one thing that you want to grow in the spirit and help the Akim, help the brother, the head, but don't ever try to put yourself up in that position, or try to make it seem, oh, that I deserve this position, or I've been doing this, I've been doing that, or I know this, I know these scriptures, or I can break it down better than you, so or I'm a better speaker than you. I should be the head, I should be second in command, or whatever it is. know? Again, I'm going to read that again. It says, Luke 6:40. It says the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. That's enough. So whatever measure of faith that the Yahushua has given you on this side, that's what you're going to get. But in the kingdom, you're going to have it all. You're going to be joint heirs to Yahushua. But just make sure you're in the right spirit, not in the Judas Iscariot spirit on this side. So with that, Shalom.